Okay, welcome to this video on angles and transversals. We're going to begin with the definition of what a transversal is. A transversal is a line that intersects two coplanar lines in two different points. So if you look at the diagram here, this green line is line G, and it intersects this line and this line at two different points. So it's a transversal because it follows the definition. When a transversal goes through two lines, you'll notice it creates 8 different angles here. If it went through 3 lines, it would create 12 and more the more it goes through. Now, when we have a transversal going through a set of lines, it forms certain types of angles. The first type we're going to talk about is corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are two non-adjacent angles on the same side of the transversal, one interior, one exterior. So if you look at our transversal going through the two lines, angle 1 and angle 2 are both on the left side of the transversal, and they're both above their respective lines. One's on the outside, the exterior, angle 1, and 2 is on the interior. So those are corresponding. I could also go on to say not only that, but that angle 3, if I drew that here, and angle 4 would be corresponding. Angle 5, angle 6 would be corresponding, and angle 7 and angle 8 would be corresponding angles. Our next type of angles look at alternate interior angles. These are two non-adjacent interior angles which lie on opposite sides of a transversal. If you think of the word interior, it means the inside, so between the two lines. And alternate means alternating, so on different sides. So angles 1 and 2 are on alternate sides of the transversal, and they are inside the other two lines, making them alternate interior angles. If I labeled angle 3 here, it would also be an alternate interior angle to label angle 4. Next, we have alternate exterior, which are similar, except for instead of being on the interior, they're on the exterior. So two non-adjacent exterior angles which lie on opposite sides of a transversal. So up here we have angle 1, and down here angle 2. They're on the outside, the exterior of the two lines, and opposite sides of the transversal. Angles 3 and angle 4 would also be considered alternate exterior angles. Our fourth one is same side interior angles. These are two interior angles which lie on the same side of the transversal. So inside the lines, interior, on the same side of the transversal would be angle 1 and angle 2. We could also call this angle 3 and this angle 4, and those would be same side interior because they're on the inside and on the same side of the transversal. Our fifth type is same side exterior angles, which is also similar to what we just looked at, except for they're on the exterior instead of the interior. 1 and 2 are same side and on the exterior. So this definition should actually read two exterior angles, which lie on the same side of the transversal. And 3 and 4 would be right here. So once again, if you're copying notes down, two exterior angles, which lie on the same side of the transversal. Okay, so let's quickly identify what we have here. We want to give a name to these to these angles. So angle 1 and 5. We'll take a second to pause it and see if you can identify what types of angles each of these are. Okay, angles 1 and 5. They're both on the left side of the transversal, and they're both above their respective lines, so they have to be corresponding angles. Angles 4 and 6. They're both on the same side of the transversal, but they're both interior angles. So same side interior angles. Okay, well that did not work. It decided to drag. But those would be same side interior angles. And finally, angles 4 and 5 would be interior, but on alternate sides of the transversal. So those would be alternate interior angles. Finally, let's look at one more set here. So go ahead and pause the video and give this a try. Okay, let's take a look at it. Angles 2 and 3. Now, I know we didn't talk about it in this video, but we've learned previously that 2 and 3 have a relationship, and that is they are vertical angles. Angles 1 and 8 are on alternate sides of the transversal, but they're on the exterior of the line, so they're alternate exterior angles. And finally, angles 1 and 2 have a relationship we've looked at before, in that they are a linear pair. All right, let's actually look at one more, just to get a little more practice with something that looks a little more difficult. So go ahead and pause the video and see what you can do by comparing the relationship with these angles. Okay, let's try it out. So if we compare angles 15 and angle 8, they lie on these two lines going this way, with this line right here being the transversal. So 15 and 8 lie on the same side of the transversal, and they're on the inside of the two corresponding lines, so they are same side interior angles. Angle 9 and angle 16 lie on these two lines, with this line here being the transversal. So 9 and 16 are on opposite sides, so alternate sides of the transversal, and they're on the exterior, so alternate exterior angles. 6 and 13 lie on these two lines, with this being the transversal. 6 and 13 are on the same side of the transversal, and they're on the interior, so they are same side interior angles. And finally, 1 and 7 lie on this top line and this bottom line, with this left line being the transversal. They're on the same side of the transversal, but they're on the exterior, so they're same side exterior angles. All right, well, thanks for watching the video. Please study those notes and learn those words.